Hello, everybody. I have a light language transmission for you today. I'm super excited to deliver this one for you guys because if there's any request that I've got more than any other request, it is for the third eye activation. I do these more for clients than any other thing. It's super highly requested. Everyone wants to know how to open their third eye. How can they start seeing things? They want to know how to be more psychic. And everyone thinks a psychic is a clairvoyant, people who see multidimensionally or have inner vision and can perceive things that are not physical. um, so I've had a lot of reluctance to doing this video in the past just because I understand that a lot of people are not ready for their third eye to be opened. But the other side of this is I really do trust in the law of attraction, and I understand that those of you who are a match to this video are open and willing to receive this transmission, as well as ready for their third eye to be as active as it will become after this. So light language is extremely powerful. For those of you who have not experienced light language before, they are frequencies from higher dimensions, usually from extraterrestrials, that use vessels like myself to transmit frequencies for people or for themselves or whatever, and they are just like master energy technicians and engineers, and they can totally rewire everything about you. It's incredibly powerful, and it has changed my life. So, with that being said, if you have never done this before, just know what you're getting into. It is extremely powerful, and it does sound like I'm crazy because I'm speaking in tongues essentially. But what it is they're using codes within me to transmit frequencies that we're not used to here on this planet, and that's why it sounds crazy because it's not from here. Um, but it is extremely powerful, and I want you guys to just understand that before we move forward. But I do trust that you are here for a reason and you are ready for that next step. So before I begin here, I want to do something a little bit different. I just want you guys to, again, as I always say, just really find a comfortable place, get relaxed, and start breathing. So find that stillness between your breath and just try to get to that place of center. And you can do this with me. I'm going to be trying to connect as I do this. And if you need a little more time, feel free to pause the video and get centered. The idea here is to connect to your heart because light language is transmitted, translated, and received through the heart. So you will receive this as potent as possible if you can just connect with your heart and communicate the message that you are open and willing to receive this transmission. Now, the other side of this is your third eye. I want you to become aware of that space between your eyes, right on your forehead, located right here. I just want you to understand that every part of you has consciousness. That means every cell of your being has consciousness. That means every chakra has its own consciousness. So I want you to bring your attention to your third eye chakra and understand that that has its own consciousness. With that knowledge, I want you to breathe with that chakra. Bring life to it as you breathe. And as you do this, I want you to continue bringing yourself to stillness. You don't need to try to open it more. You don't need to try to close it or do anything to it. I just want you to become aware of it and understand where it is so that you can understand what is happening. So this transmission, there are 3 different beings coming forward. The first one is my partner in crime. This is Rhoda. He's my companion. He's my top spirit guide. He is the one that's with me the most, and he's my partner. And he helps me with everything. So he has a little transmission that he wants to give you first, and this is going to be towards activating your third eye. So without further ado, I'm just going to receive him and then transmit this energy. Ansanata kiniana astanana namana ananasana. Anakine iniana anamana astanata kana anasanana. Okuro no otoko iniana manata sakatarete iniham yamyana na kina anasana. Okuro oto no irium shohom okina mata sakataranaha. Iri isiri ekina anasarata naha na kine ini nama aranakiri rasakatinaha. okoro no usukurete ini anasana anana manana sarakate ini asare irikini ani maroto ungino moho oporoto usukateri ini anamata asakreti shamho okina ana usurotoku ini anama arasara aranana ana daskiri ini akine iri ini anamata asakasarete ini home Oyo ina no kiyuma ora toku iri sohom upapora ta ara no iri upshahom oku iri ni mara otaka sarata ini shehi isakatara anana anana sarata iri shehi okuro to basarate kiri ansa shana ni mada isakarata anahasra okuro patarate in shiri ni kira namaha. So they're wanting you to become aware of your dreamscape. They're saying that your dreamscape is going to be extremely vivid. You're going to have more dream recalls after this. So pay attention to your dreams tonight. If you're going to bed immediately after this, pay attention to your dreams. Keep a dream journal next to you so you can jot down everything so you don't lose it throughout the day. We have a tendency to do that. They're also explaining that you will have a lot more color in your thoughts. So what that means is everybody processes information a little bit different, but now you will process feelings and emotion that will be accompanied by a visual representation. So this is how people who are clairvoyantly inclined operate. They're more visually inclined. So you have to understand that when I'm opening your third eye, you are just having more inner vision. You are just able to perceive your thoughts more visually than most people. Akana asarata ini iksere ini mokoro atara na kiri shiri ini haramohom okoro omata arata iri iksere ini na ana asarata kaniri ipsaha okoro tatani na matatani na takasarata tatana. You must understand that with your third eye opening, it may be overwhelming to your energetic and emotional body. Please keep your heart open as you receive this transmission. Right now, we are connecting your heart with your mind. Akarata are sirikiri na ana sarata kini asarata moku. Iri mini iri sikata na asarata tatana kiri ni hom. Okroto iri namata sirikini asaha rana ana siri ni asikata. We are creating a link between the heart and the mind. Atakarata ini sikata ni na hasham yama okiri na asakata na hasarana. Okay, so what he's saying there is, as he said, there is a link between your heart and your mind, and the way he's describing this is, if the third eye is more active than your heart chakra, what will happen is you will become bombarded by information, and it will overwhelm the brain. Okay. He's saying that the mind and the brain has so much less capacity than the heart does. So with all this information coming in, the heart can house that information. The heart can hold all of that, and it won't be so overwhelming for you because you will be more of a balanced person. Akana asara ni ichi ni ata anaksiri ni akana ho okoro to ni iri sere ni nakara ansarata. So this is clairaudient activation as well. So I guess that's relevant for you guys too, if that's happening right now. Akana asare ni anna sakata ini omokore atna sarahana iri sekere iri miara taksarata na iri sanhe. Crop fields. There's a recent crop field that came out that they are indicating this is some sort of activation of our communication, interdimensional communication. So I'm curious to look after and research what exactly this crop field is, because when they give me an image, it's always relevant. So I'm going to research whatever the most recent crop field is, and what I'm going to do and what you guys can do as well is find it. And if I can find it, maybe I'll post a picture in the comments or something, because what he's explaining. Okay, so he's explaining that this crop field has frequencies. They have specific frequencies that are being invited onto this planet at this time, but for humanity, for people, and this is activating us, like I said, into a higher level of our interdimensional perception. So we're going to be able to hear our guides more, we're going to be able to hear our star family, and we have more of a strong connection. Okay, he's just ranting now. So he's just talking about now how we as a society operate as a collective. So what that means is we as a society, as a human collective mind, operate as one collective entity. So the human collective consciousness is one entity with its own agenda, with its own desires, with its own thoughts, with its own motivations that are composed of us. So that collective body is, we are extensions of that collective body, and we are in control of that body. So with that being said, we as a collective have called on them, on these extraterrestrials, and invited them into this reality at this time. So this is why so many of us are being able to perceive them a little more. But there's a dichotomy on the planet right now, which is causing them to not show up as physically as we want them to, or as that we're asking for them. They are doing it. They're doing it to select few individuals, and they're slowly making their way through this. Okay, so now he's talking about that there are several different beings, extraterrestrials, whose specific job is to invite like first contact into this realm. So there are guides who are, I mean, I'm assuming they're working with you guys, or you guys may be one of the first to receive, to experience this. However, yep. So they're just saying that there are first contact people, extraterrestrials, whose sole job is to help ease us into this new era where we're going to be able to connect with these guides and these extraterrestrials and people and beings rather of higher dimensions. We are going to be able to connect with them, but it's going to be an incremental process, and it's going to be very slow, and it's going to be in a way that will not that will cause the least resistance on our planet, meaning that will cause the least catastrophe. We don't want to our society to like completely implode when this happens. This is something that has to happen gradually. Okay. Okay, so I just asked him why he shared all that information, because he said that with this third eye activation, many of you are going to be communicating with these beings either in dream time or in your day-to-day life. They're going to be communicating with you. So they're not going to communicate necessarily audio, like audibly. For some people they might, but we have to understand that not everybody perceives in that way. Not everybody can see everything, but they will be showing you more imagery. So the imagery is going to be specific to you. So they're going to be, they're showing me a light that you're going to follow like in your head. So if you follow this light, it's going to take you to an image, and this image is a visual representation of something that has significance to you. It's going to be different for every single person, but this visual representation is going to take you further closer to your star family. So what that means is every single one of you who are watching this video at this time do have star family and do have beings that are trying to connect with you at this time. Really trying to. They are trying to increase ship communication, and they are orchestrating this sort of channeling for you to hear right now, so that they can further that connection, because this is where you are being led. This is the next stage. This is where you're going next. So keep that in mind. There is more to this transmission, so I'm going to tune into this. Hakari ini asana adakari ini mana nana asakari ini hasum ono nokina ona hasaran ara ni rekiri ini anamato kiri unta saratakiri ini ha ara ama uri shikiri ini amato ono no nyono ko ona ha ara psri iri kasarate iri ona sarata ko na hiri anamata ara sakata ini ham yom kiana ana sara na tire ni moko okura iri mana nara tarata kari ini asana ha aparata mapa ananda kiri asare. There's another being who's entering right now. This is not a specific guy. This is a collective that's coming forward, and they call themselves Genesis. Their transmission is about, and you'll probably notice the energy shift a little bit. It's a little bit softer. They're very song-based collective. They're very soft. Their energy is very harmonious, very melodic, almost angelic. Amanhasana akini anasana anamana asanaka anasana akana arini anasara amoho ono oye no kino anasana apapa anana asana anakine isere iri ikini ina mohoro anasana takini ina asana mata anasana ikini ni anamana anasana tarataka ini skatara okono omosotini anaskata. So this is for your understanding of the visual images that you're seeing, because they're indicating that there are many people who are bombarded by these imageries. By these images, especially when it's not balanced in the heart, like I said. So what they're doing is helping you invite a sense of understanding to the images and to the clairvoyance and to the amount of activity that's going to be occurring on a mental space for you. Most people do not know how to manage that amount of mental capacity or that amount of mental activity, and the way that many clairvoyants are. Clairvoyants are masters of the mind. They are masters at compartmentalizing and sectioning off and working through visual images. They are master puzzle solvers. But this is helping us understand on a heart level what exactly is coming through. So you're going to be integrating that, because there are many of you who are watching here who are clairsentient, which is you can feel and perceive through felt perception. So like, or you can perceive the non-physical through felt perception. So that in combination with clairvoyance is extremely, extremely powerful, because there's a sense of understanding that comes along with the images, which is super vital. I know growing up it was really difficult for me to understand exactly what was coming through. So this is a very, very important transmission. Uhana ini anaha anamanasana kini iri ini ukino anasana anamandasa kiri he ikini ni mota asaki de ni ana akana anasara anamaku ini he iri kira sarata anyamako. Just anchoring these frequencies and these energies into your physical temporal body and into the earth. Hanasana anamata nakiri sere. So taking a minute just to become aware of the energies and frequencies that are swimming in your body and around your body. Just take a minute to breathe in these frequencies and allow them to anchor and settle within your energy body, in your temporal body, your physical body, your mental body. Just taking a minute to get still and find that sense of center again, as we did before we got started. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this transmission. This was a transmission from Rhoda, the 11th dimensional Lyran, as well as Genesis, who is a collective of many, many beings. I hope that you guys enjoyed this transmission as much as I enjoyed delivering it for you guys. Again, please express caution with this. I wouldn't even ask you guys to drive at this time. At least I wouldn't. I don't like to drive after I do deep channelings or receive deep channelings, just because sometimes it can affect your, it can impair your driving a little bit. It can impair your motor function. But I just want to remind you guys, please drink lots and lots of water. Get rest if you can. If you're feeling more active, be sure to just be safe, but also yeah, like get out and you can go around nature. Sometimes nature's really, really still, especially when you're opening up the third eye like that. Everything can be a little bit loud. You know, you can get headaches or migraines. That's something that you have to deal with being clairvoyant. Not saying that will happen to you. It does not happen all the time, but nature definitely helps me a lot. I like to go in nature and just get still and really just ground myself. So grounding is like your number one tool here. So keep that all in mind. Keep that all in mind, guys. thank you for watching. I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna go out in nature and try to get centered again. I'm going to get some rest, but again, if you need to rest, please do rest, because also if you have dreams, those dreams will be really vivid. So keep all of that in mind. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. um, I will I'm hoping to post more videos maybe by the end of this week, but if not, I will have at least one per week. Please subscribe if you have not before. Cody Singh on YouTube. You can subscribe. There'll be more channeling videos, more videos of my insights, or just like whatever I feel like I want to post. But it's mainly centered around channeling, as that's what you guys ask for most. Thank you guys again. Peace and love to all of you, and have a beautiful day.